Well, we've got 3 different young carers groups. The younger one for primary school age, so kind of 7 to 11. The middle group, which is for 1st, 2nd and 3rd years, and the older group, which is for 4th, 5th and 6th years. So I like to do a little bit of consultation, kind of ask the young people what they want to do in the group. They meet for 2 hours, so we've got a little bit of time. Do things like arts and crafts, play games, sometimes have people in to speak, do some training sessions, cooking, things like that. Just to provide the young people a chance to have a break from their caring role and get to have fun and meet other friends and spend time being a young person instead of thinking about the responsibilities at home.
So, what do you enjoy about working with young carers?
I think just seeing them in a different environment, getting to be young people and seeing them, their personalities kind of come out and grow when you're doing different activities. Obviously you've got ones that like certain activities more than others, but trying to get them involved in doing new things, kind of out of their comfort zone a wee bit. It's nice to see that.
Same question to you.
Well, my husband was a young carer and he didn't have any support, and so it's good to know that there's now seeing people that are having support there. So if it is just getting time to be a young person, if it's even just speaking to someone or even helping them and getting cooking workshop or doing a stress relaxation workshop, so it's good to know and I enjoy it because they're now getting support when Ryan didn't.
Thank you.
So I provide. I'm going to start again. So I no. That's hard, isn't it?
The other service that we offer is short break support, so that gives the young people an extended break from their caring role. So they come to the young carers group and it's 2 hours, but we try and get any time they're off school, so school holidays, to go away for a full day up to 2 to 5 days. Currently where the young people are so excited about London, maybe not the staff as excited about it. We are terrified of taking 15 young people to London, but that's giving them a full break away. They can be a young person, they can get to go on a holiday that sometimes young people don't often get the chance to do due to getting away, but also for financial reasons as well.
The trips are really good and I just like being around other people.
What's your favourite trip?
Alton Towers.
Alton Towers. Any trips that you've never been on but you'd like to go on?
I want to go to London.
We went for a week, but I think it was Kingswood, which is basically like a dog eyes. And I got moved rooms into their rooms on the first night. So. That's like how we met.
Would have been hopscotch because there was a baby bat in our room and then the boys had a wasp's nest and a giant spider and Jake and James kept on dressing up.
As a result of being a young carer, often they're at a disadvantage. So it could be a disadvantage for many reasons. As I was sort of saying earlier on, school is a massive issue for young carers. A third of young carers reported that they're late to school as a result of their caring role, and even more reporting that they're just making it in on time. So like they've got all those things going on in their head. They've either had to get someone dressed and ready and medication, or they've been up all night caring for somebody, and then they're just making it into school. So as you can imagine, with all of that going on there in their heads, it's then hard to actually concentrate in class. Homework, as I said, is a massive issue. I think 95% of our young carers have reported issues with their homework, being not able to complete it, and it's not because they don't want to, because they always do. It's just there's not always time and it's not always a priority for them. There's the socialising with friends is a massive issue, which is why we offer the group support, because it's sometimes friends aren't what they've got to do. What they've got to go and do is care for someone, and it's always hard for young carers to explain that to friends and explain that and can often feel really isolated and alone, and no one gets what's going on. Mental health and well-being is a massive issue for young carers. 63% have reported that there's been some negative effects on their mental health and well-being. Now that could be feeling that they can't cope, feeling stressed, or just feeling like life isn't worth living, which is a harrowing fact. It's not something you really want to, it's not something that you want anyone to experience, which is why we offer the support, because it is so important that nobody feels like that.
So I was 11 when I was introduced to the Young Carer service. I'd been in my caring role for a couple of years already before my mum had got in touch with the carer centre about me joining the support group. Being an 11-year-old child, I didn't really want to go. I was like, why am I going to a support group? It kind of made me feel worse about being a young carer than I already kind of was. I didn't have much of a social life, but the time I had was kind of precious to me, so I didn't want to have to go to a support group and talk about why I was a young carer. So I kind of got forced into going, but I'm kind of glad I did, because when you hear support group, you think sitting in a circle, meeting other young carers, talking about your caring roles and your situations, and that's exactly not what it is. I remember my first day, despite it being over 10 years ago, that I went in and they were doing a stop animation programme, and it was just a nice way to kind of get involved with other young people. We just kind of spoke about random things, what school we went to, kind of what age we were, and just things we enjoyed. We didn't speak about a caring role once, and it was just a breakaway from home.
Isn't it unique?
Kept in touch with young carers, went on loads of residentials, kind of grew with young carers as a young person. Was able to speak to staff and young people about anything if I did have a problem, but it was more about I could have fun. I was able to go away, learn skills. They sent me to learn how to cook, they gave me my first aid training, so I kind of felt more safe at home. Just allowed me to go away in summer. I went on outdoor programmes that I'd never been able to. They let us do other training sessions. I got put on a media course, which then kind of helped me kind of find my future. And then when I was 18, I left the Young Carer service because I was an adult at that point. You had to finish, and I felt at the same time that it was time to move on. I left the Young Carer service in the August, and by the November I was volunteering because I realised I missed it, but not in the way as in I missed going to the groups and having fun. I missed being able to help other people. When I was kind of getting to the older, I used to like helping the younger people that were kind of still coming up and still finding their way as a young carer. So I started volunteering. What is it like being at Sterling Young Carers?
It takes your worries away. It's fun because you meet new people. Meeting other people in the same situation as you who care for other people.
Is that like you get to meet people that could make you like be more confident that with what you're doing?
You can. Do you want to do it together? Up. Now what I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to ask you to use your bodies.
So, how does the Young Carers groups help you?
Well, when I care for like my mum and dad, they help me like for like if I get angry or like stressed at school and on a Monday I can just come here after school. And like if it gives my mum and dad a break for me and it gives me a break for my caring.
Confidence. Feel less isolated. What does that mean? I don't know.
They've just like really supported me really well, and my confidence has grown a lot since I've joined.
So, any message for the staff or the volunteers, because obviously they organise the groups?
Thank you. They're amazing. And they're awesome.
Thank you for organising the group basically, because it's helped loads of the young carers that like you never knew were young carers round about. Yeah, like my cousin, I never knew he was a young carer until she came with this. She was in all the group. It's nice, you know.
Thanks. Thank you for bringing Spangle. Yeah.
Is this going to be a test of your interviewing as much as it is of my...
Oh no, like the film, as I'm saying, the film's really chill. Like it's a fun documentary, it's
Okay.
not one of those serious...
I'm not a very fun person.
It's cute, you're quite chilled and relaxed, but this is why it's funny that you're still here for 10 years with these groups. How did you get started with you volunteering with young carers?
I started when I went into the volunteer centre in Stirling. I'd just come up to live in Stirling after being in Ireland for a year. And I've always volunteered throughout my life, and I went in and asked if they needed any volunteers, and they sent me down to the Young Carers Centre. And I said hello, and they interviewed me, and then I've volunteered ever since, and that was 10 years ago. Favourite part? I find it quite rewarding. Obviously, some of these kids have really difficult lives, and my life's been fairly easy, so it's something I can do to help out, I suppose. That's quite good fun. I don't have any kids of my own, so it's quite good fun sort of messing around, being a child again sometimes. Advice to new volunteers. I don't know. I mean, I'd say that it was well worth it and very rewarding. It's not always fun. It can be quite stressful, but I think for the amount of stress, you get much more out of it. Do it.
So, a lot of people don't understand what young carers are. A lot of people think, oh, young carers, they're in care, which is completely not what we are. We are young people that look after family members, whether it's parents, grandparents, it could be through disability, it could be through alcohol or drug abuse. We just it's taking a step up and being an adult. I think for young carers, it's a big thing that people don't understand what they are, which we need to raise awareness for. We are normal people, we just have a lot more on our shoulders as a young person. We have to grow up a lot quicker. So I would say don't judge. For other people that judge their friends because they can't go out on a Friday or a Saturday or after school because they're really busy, it's because they have to look after somebody. Don't hate them for that. Just ask and try and understand their role, because being a young carer can be hard. And as for those other people that are thinking of volunteering, if you enjoy having fun and just experiencing working with people and being able to see them grow as a person, then go along to your local group and get in touch with them about volunteering for young carers. I've been on some amazing trips with the young carers groups, and to be honest, I've probably had more fun being as a volunteer because I get to see other young carers grow, and I now realise that that's what they've done for me. So I would say you learn a lot from the young carers from volunteering, so I would go for it.